Guardians fans showed up to Progressive Field. They were ready for the first pitch. The smoke forced the game against the Pirates to be postponed. Many fans still found a way to enjoy their night downtown. Hunter Bertram caught up with some of them. Hunter, how are fans reacting to the cancellation tonight?
You know, Jay, I'm not 100% sure if all of them were all that upset. We still found hundreds of Guardians fans in the Gateway District having a blast. But while there was still fun to be had, health officials warn, don't let the good time fool you.
Go Guards.
A familiar chant now shouted from behind a mask. Masks became a common accessory around Cleveland Friday as wildfire smoke turned the sky orange and made the air tough to breathe.
Anytime it's like that, the best advice is to stay inside, but it's got to be inside in a place that has filtration, air conditioning. That's the safest place for folks to be right now.
But with temperatures finally cooling, staying inside wasn't exactly everyone's Friday night plans. Colleen works 5 floors up at Progressive Field and says the smoke rolled in fast.
And then before, like 10 minutes before I clocked out, you couldn't even see the other side of the ballpark.
Canadian wildfire smoke blanketing Cleveland for a second day. And now with the weekend here, Guardians fans are trying to figure out the game plan with Friday night's game thrown out of the ballpark.
Probably hang out indoors. You know, there's great bars down here. Cleveland's awesome, so, you know, we're just going to see what happens there.
Those great bars on East 4th Street packed Friday night after the Guardians game was postponed. And for some fans, the cancellation may have stung more than the smoke.
The air looked like this at noon. Why didn't they cancel the game at noon?
Carl drove in from Pittsburgh to cheer on his team, a city dealing with the same smoke. And apparently he came to Cleveland with a few questions.
Is there any trees left in Canada?
Then there was Jeff, all the way from Utah, his book in hand and a baseball bucket list that was supposed to continue in the land.
Yeah, so it's relish the moment. I wrote a book about my quest to see a Major League Baseball game in every stadium and to get a hot dog.
But the hot dog and the Guardians game, he'll have to wait, and hopefully the smoke doesn't get a second at-bat Saturday.
Fingers crossed. Relish the moment. Let's go.
But here's the thing. While fans were more worried about the game, Cleveland Clinic says its urgent care centers and ERs are seeing a slight uptick in respiratory complications since the smoke moved in. So if you're heading out this weekend, health officials say the best way to beat the smoke is...
We advise folks, get inside, get into a place that all the windows can be closed.
Now the Pirates and Guardians will try for a split doubleheader here at the Guardians Stadium tomorrow at 1:10. Anybody who had tickets to today's game, it'll be good for that first game in that doubleheader. When the teams met today with the umpire staff, the air quality index read at 203. That was at 4:30 this afternoon. That's considered very unhealthy. Right now in Cleveland, as my last check, the air quality index is rating at 253. So Jay, we can hope Mark is right that all of this smoke will be moving on out of here real soon.
Yeah, it's certainly going in the right direction. And I heard Mark in my left ear. What do you mean hope? Mark's always right. Hunter Bertram, thank you.
Yes, that's true.